Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is edg3za, and today we're back for some more edg3za. And I've moved the kelp farm over here, and it is really slow. I did see with the previous design that some kept staying at the top, so I kind of adjusted it and such. We're not going to be coming back for the bees and things today because we are slowly but surely actually getting some honey and honey bottles and things, but it's not quite there yet. I need to adjust it. So let's just go up into the sky like this so that we can get up here. What we need to do today is we need to try and think of what to do. And for that reason, I went, let's just make it completely different. We're going to start out the enchantment tower over there. So, one little moment, ladies and gentlemen. So, over here, it is kind of fundamentally flawed for what we want to do. I believe it would be good to start with this wall and this wall. Do we have more torches on us? No, we do not. So let's just make sure we put that back down. And then I think it should be a 3 wide room. Let's just get that back. And there we go. Well, a 3 wide from here. And that should be it. I kind of don't really have anything that you could call a plan for this, but this is going to be the bottom room, and I kind of think that we're going to do stairs. So let's just grab the crafting table like so, and let's get to 9 because that should hopefully give us more than enough slabs. I kind of want to try a different style for how I plan to do things for the future, and this is kind of part of it, is we will show the building ideas because we don't have Optifine yet for 1.15, and I kind of would love to have the replay mod, but that might not happen, and it's just going to be something that would be lovely to get in the future. Now, what we're going to do is just work out the layout for now, and I think that that should be another staircase that is circular inside here, because that would make more sense. And let's just do that. We should have these triangular points. Let's just see. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And that would allow us to have this floor over here, but I think it should go up, and this is where the door will go. And for that reason, we're going to also put up the next wall over here and fail that jump. I don't know why I did that jump, but whoopsie. This will be this tall. So that should kind of make sense. Now, we will be making different heights in here, I think. And that door will go to a circular staircase, so there, but I want it to be a gradual staircase, and that's what we will rather do. Actually, let's pick that up. And yes, it is kind of a waste what I just did, but we'll kind of live. I kind of don't really have any idea of what I want to do for it, but we're going to do another few floors and then we'll be back. As we're flying in, I think that those colors more or less work, but I'm not completely decided, and I keep doing this. I have no idea why, but this is kind of what we've got at the moment. And yes, it's not lit up. We're going to put a garden down here, and we can come up here. This is where the enchantments will stay, but we're also going to need to do other things here. So let's just quickly pop over this way, and we can just get the nice easy elytra flying. I've done a little adjustment over here for testing purposes, and sorry for the wiggle to the left and the right. I've made this wider because it needed to be wider so that we can come over here. Let me just grab the rod and show you, because that would make sense. There we go. And take a look at this. It works. The 1.15 fishing, first side of showing this off. But there we go, we've got a magma cube right down there, and that buffs it. It makes it work faster and things like that. So I've basically gotten rid of the slight troubles down here. I've put the item frames back up, and there's still some of my stuff over here. But take a look. This was within like 5 odd minutes of fishing, and this was at sort of 50 over here, if I remember correctly, and it's gone up. I'm just excited about that. Like, it's really awesome. I'm probably remembering the completely incorrect numbers, but yeah, I kind of need to think of some more ideas for fixing this up. Like, for instance, this over here we definitely need to fix. I'm trying to think of what to put here, but it's not really something that we're going to necessarily do today. So just give me a moment or two, and then we'll be back. Hello. The breeder did a few buggy things, so I'm trying this different design, and we've got one finally, but hopefully we'll get another one in the future. Let me just finish up that walkway because yeah, I had to put slabs on the pistons and these trapdoors and stuff, but yeah. I saw it in an Unorthoblocks video. We need another decoration in our room, our bedroom that we use. There we go. We can put a slime's head. Okay, let's work on the next step. So we did start on the walkways here. We need to just adjust this. There's a zombie spawner down there that we could use for something. I just haven't thought of what to do yet, and that's why we've kind of ignored it so far. But it's because we've got the drowned farm, and yeah, we don't need too much more, do we? And we can just pick up these blocks and make it have a better layout. Get rid of the fences. That is the first side, and that's so that we don't accidentally drop down there still. But I kind of want to test something out, and it's a new strategy for building of caves and things. So let's just get into that for a moment and get rid of this. Put the torch back. Okay, you can go down. There we go. Put the torch back, because technically it's totally a torch. You know, it must be a torch. Things like that. It's just something that I figure would make the most sense, so that if you know my strategy, there could be something you suggest in the future. You could be going, oh, you should maybe do this rather. Okay, so let's just put that andesite there, because we don't need extra andesite. What we'll do first is we need to cover it up so that it looks like it's a nice area of ground. So I'm trying to use the strategy from watching bait projects on unortho blocks, and I'm not trying to put the grass back. Let's get that out of the way. Whoopsie. We just want to make things like caves look better, and I think it would work best to have slightly different lines like this, because the caves aren't always kind of organized, I think. So let's just do that, and it'll come out for 3 and go in there. So would this be a good kind of first strategy to use when trying to do the walls and things like that? I still need to do this top part, but that's going to be slightly different, I think, because I think it should go up a layer and then down a little bit, and perhaps this is over there. I've kind of watched bait projects and gone, ooh, that is such a cool way to make a cave look better and such. So that is the more or less first step, and I'll bring you back when that's done. The start is as good as we'll get it for now. I'm kind of not entirely convinced about this corner, but I don't know what to do. This is sort of how it looks for us, and there we go. And I'm debating using the torches or sea lanterns or anything else. I just haven't decided yet. That I can actually change. So as this guy rudely interrupts us, I went over this way and I moved that from over here so that it's lit up a little bit more down there. I'm not entirely sure what to do with the lighting. So the next step is, let's take a block like the stone bricks and we can just put it into a few different spots randomly. So this is what Bait Projects does regularly, and I've gone, oh, that is really, really awesome, because her builds always look really, really awesome. So there we go. We can just put in a few of these, and these we want to have slightly less. That is why I only had like 13 on me, because that would make more sense. And over here we'll just do 2, and I think it can come out there. And yeah, maybe it's 2 as well, and then we'll just put the last one over there. Then the next step will be taking the andesite, and we will then go through and make andesite blocks. So this is kind of the strategy I want to stick to for the grassy cave, and that's why I needed to show it. I need to have people's opinions about how this actually looks and feels, because it should be pretty awesome, and it'll just make a brand new build style, because like, I don't really do this, I can tell you that for free. It's something that I really, really would love to do, is have styles for building, and this could actually help with that. Not the closer one, and let's just get rid of you, so we'll put you there. And next up we will do the cobblestone for ourselves, and that, like Bait Projects, does it quite often, but I always feel there should be slightly less cobblestone itself, and that's why I'm trying to make it have slightly larger gaps. Like, it is still a bit more, but slightly larger gaps is what I'm trying. And there. We should be able to have this work out for ourselves. And I think, yeah, that little bit. And over there. So, does this feel like a decent style? What is up there? Oh, okay, never mind. I don't have to worry about that. If you can give your opinion on the style, like, then I might debate using it even more, even better, because I really need to add detail to my builds. You've probably noticed that, and this is kind of the idea for starting to do that, following what Bait Projects does. That should kind of work, so let's get rid of you. And this will be in any spot where there isn't detail. So let's actually go to this side so we can follow it. Like here, we'll put in 2. There is some andesite down there, so we don't have to worry. Here, there isn't much, so we'll just add where there isn't detail. It's kind of, this is my strategy, and I hope it works, and I'd like to hear what people think about it, and if I'm doing it in a way that seems sane. Like that, there was a bit of detail, but it didn't really feel quite correct, and I think maybe we'd add extra over there. There we go. Let's just put it there. And that one. And we'll get rid of you just for the added detail. And over there, and over there. So, I will finish this off, and then I'll bring you back for the next step. But the next step is going to be at least quite simple. The next step is kind of easy to understand. It'll just be randomly placing a few slabs so that it is slightly walkable, and it also adds a depth to the area. Like, that looks way better like this than it did without the extra. I think that should go. Yeah, that looks better. But it's kind of the strategy that we're going for. So a few blocks will stretch and things like that. There just needs to be a way to walk. But yeah, this is going to take a while as well. The final thing we should look at, I think, is the width of these. They're all pretty much the same. So I think the last step would be just doing a few slight decorations with them to make it look more like a cave. And I want to use the bricks version slightly rarely. So I think there'll only just be one more, perhaps there. And then we can pretty much just make it have different lines all around. And I think we should maybe put one here, and perhaps not there, so that we can still walk through it. So there. And I just don't completely know how this looks, and I suppose should potentially have a few more that are too tall. And then the last one will be the cobblestone. That's not right. That would work fine, I think, actually. There we go. It kind of adds a little extra into the detail, and that's pretty much the strategy so far. And I would just love to hear from people what this actually looks like. Let's just go this way and add a little bit more. That should be fine there. And yeah, that will be a slightly more interesting block, I suppose. It's just, I wanted to try and live with this kind of strategy for the future. So let's just slowly from this corner, I suppose, go through and take a look. How does this look for a cave walkway? Because remember, the grassy cave will be grass at the bottom everywhere, but along the sides and walls and roofs, do we say roofs? Along the sides and walls and roofs, we will literally just have decorations that are cave-like decorations, possibly like this. I figure I should probably put something there, and that shouldn't be open. I feel like this part here is a little bit bland as well, but let's just grab the andesite and the stone brick wall. Perhaps that. Do you know what that needs? It needs something there that complements it a little. But yeah, so that's all I can do for this episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope that everything is awesome for you, and I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the future. Cheerio.